Hey guys, it's October 28th, 2020. I'm Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop. We're right in the middle of Stitchtober. So I'm going to show you what I completed this week. It was quite a lot. I do feel like the next week is heavier, but we're going to get through it. And I have my first finish, so that's exciting. So I started on the 21st, and the first one was Autumn Typography. And that is by Pine Mountain Designs. And so here's my pattern. I used the thread pack that we sell, and this week I did Scarecrows in Autumn, and it didn't take very much time. It only took almost 2 hours, and this is 14 count Water Lily Witchell. So I think I'm going to frame it. I decided our colors are a little bit off, and we apologize. They're showing a little bit lighter. We adjusted the camera before, but they're still a little bit off, but that's okay. They're just showing up a little bit lighter, but I do think I'm going to do a frame when I finish it, and I think it'll come down to about right here. So I'm excited about this one. What I am loving about this one is it's 14 count, so I can stitch fast, and it's DMC, so I can stitch super fast. So I don't think I have this one for next week at all. No, I do. The very next, I think Tuesday, I have to do turkeys and football, which shouldn't take me long. So that's what I'm working on this week. And in my bag, I just throw my floss flowers in there. So that's kind of how I organize. So that's my first one. My next one is Mix and Match by Lori Holt. And this one, this bag, oh my gosh, this bag is so full. It has so much stuff in it. So this one, on the 22nd, I worked on this one. And on the 24th, I worked on this one. So this one only took me an hour, and this one took me a little bit over an hour. And some different things that I did is on this one, when I stitched, I did the green, the orange, the green. I kind of went in a circle and then just filled in the yellow. Now, when I was working on the hat, I really worry about the black thread bleeding into like the yellow. So I did the bottom of the black. I did not do I didn't do that one because I didn't want it to touch. Once I got kind of the bottom done, I added the yellow and the purple, and then I just filled in the black. So I kind of just did a little outline and then filled in. And then I did these last. And on those, I did do traveling a little bit, so you can see where I traveled. You can't tell on the front, and I haven't figured out the pin stitch yet. So because I want to figure out the pin stitch so I don't have to travel, but I have not conquered that yet. And then I thought it was kind of fun to put this little needle minder here because then I can pretend it's done even though it's not. So this is the free border, and then these are your different patterns. And this week I'm going to finish the last two. This week I'm going to do the Bright Zinnia, which is another flower, and that comes from set D. And then I'm going to do the Crow, which is from Farm Girl Fall. And so you can see, sorry, my allergies. You can see that kind of the way the colors are placed, the way Lori did it, is there's like a lot of black in the corners, and then orange, yellow, green here, and then purple here. And then this one, Denise is going to help me do a finishing video on this one. So that didn't take very long. And then, so that'll be exciting because this week, this will be a finish. So by next week, I'll have my second finish. And then the next day, I worked on Fright Night. And I love this one. Oh my gosh. I don't have any, the one thing I thought about is I don't have anything like this decorated in my house. So it'll be nice to have something Halloween because I don't decorate with Halloween. So I'll have to make a little section. Maybe I'll put it in Kevin's office. He loves Halloween. So here's mine, and let's see how long it took me. It took me a little over 5 hours, so it took me quite a bit. Now, when I did this one, the way that I attacked it was I did all the white first. all the white, then I did the oranges. There's 2 different oranges, and then I did all the blacks. And the reason I do the lightest first is I always feel like the black will bleed into the white, or some of the threads will pull in. So I did all the white first, and then I actually didn't realize that there was a ghost here. For some reason I missed that. And I can show you how mine looks next to Cheryl's if you want. Let's see. So when you look at what Cheryl does 1 stitch at a time, and she keeps her 2 threads together. I just do the loop method and just start stitching in a row, whatever's quickest. Mine came out a lot blacker than hers did. And she stitched on 28 count and I stitched on 14 count, so I'm not sure if that is why, but you can see that it's hand-dyed thread and mine came out so much blacker than hers. And I'm not sure if that is just a different dye lot or the way I stitched. So it does look very different. Now this Friday will be the very last section right here. And then I'll have my 3rd finish. And I do want to let you know, I don't think I'm going to finish Friday on time. So when I post it, you will see a partial. And the reason why is I'm going to be out of town at a dance convention. It will get finished, but just not by Friday night, I don't think. Or by the time we need to post on Friday. She'll probably be doing her solo at the same time that we're posting. So let's see. So that'll be exciting because then I'll have my 3rd finish. And that took me 5 hours. And then the next one was the stitch mix and match, which we already did. And then trucking along October, it actually took me a lot less than I thought it was going to take. And Layla May Designs made me this bag. It's so cute. My kids love it. So on this one, it took me a lot less time than I thought. So I went ahead and did the truck first. And when I did the truck, I did all of the white, and then I came in and filled in every color. So I kind of filled in all the gray first, and then all the oranges. I did all the colors at the same time. And on her pattern, Priscilla and Chelsea's pattern, they have a little kitty cat on the top of the truck, and I wanted to put Piggy, but Piggy was too big for the top. So I put Piggy here, and then I wasn't going to put anything here, and it looked kind of empty, so I pulled this one from right here and just stitched that right here so that it would have a little bit of space over here. And then this week, this will be my 4th finish, all I have to do is right here. But what I think I'm going to do is there's 3 little daisies and a banner, so I'll probably do 3. I'm not going to do the chickens, and then if I think it needs more, I'll add 2 more daisies or leave it. I'm not sure which. And I pretty much kept everything else the same. And I used, for the little doggy, Priscilla put this on her blog, which is priscillas2000.blogspot.com, and I just used the same design. And I used tea and biscuits for Piggy and the black coffee for the ears, and that's what I use for that one. Sometimes I do Piggy in a different color, but that's the one that I use the most. And then the next one I'm excited about because I cheated. So this is Calvin and Trixie, and it looks so evil. So what I did on this one was, Priscilla was so nice, she drew me a Piggy. Oh. So I came in, I did my black, so I'd have a starting point. I added Piggy, and then I added all the checkers. But what I didn't realize is when I put Piggy in, I use tea and biscuits because that's what I always use. Well, tea and biscuits is in the checkerboard. So I had to pull Piggy all out because I wasn't paying attention. So on this one, Piggy is in caramel with chestnut on the ears, because if you put black coffee, it would run into the kitty. So I changed his colors, and I didn't buy any floss for that. I just kind of pull from my little stash, and my stash is super, I don't have very much stash at all, but I just use whatever I have. And then his collar, I just made it purple. And then I knew that I was going to be at a dance convention this weekend, so because of that, I don't want to have to think, So I went ahead and did his eyes, nose, and teeth so I can just sit there and fill in the colors. And I won't have to think. So I could just take this and do it in the hallway. And if you hear that noise, I'm going to just apologize. We are doing some construction. And there is my thread. I just kind of throw it in there. Oh, I didn't even total up my time. So I don't even remember how much time that took. And then the next one took longer than I thought. I did this in my car at dance. So this is Pumpkins for Sale. This is my very first finish. So I have already taken all of my floss out. When I have a finish, I take all my floss out, make it really neat, and put it in my stash. So I can put my bag away because I'm done. So this one, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this one. I did the pole. I guess you would call that a pole. And it really came out very variegated. And I think it came out variegated because it's, I guess because it's just a couple of stitches together and I didn't do rows, so you can really see that variegation. And then I outlined the outside of the sign first. I put the blue words in and then I just filled in. It took me a little bit over 5 hours, but this one is completely done. And on this one, Denise worked with Lori, and didn't Lori pick this? So Lori picked all of this. We're going to do a video on this. And of course, Lori came up with all the info. We're going to do a video on how to do this finish. And so I will put that away. I'm so excited about it. I also like this one because it's very different than anything I have in my house. Sometimes cross stitch starts looking all the same, so that's exciting. And then the only different one that I need to work on for this week that's different than the previous week is today. This is what I'm working on. It is by Hands On Design. It's called Let's Talk Autumn. And I need to do these 3 words right here. I can tell you already with my schedule today, it's not going to all get done, so it'll probably get half done. Tonight I'll finish the rest though, but we post the photos before I go home, so might not get done today, but that's okay. And that will be today's. So that is my Stitchtober. I'm happy to answer any questions, and then we're going to show you what Lori worked on. Lori also worked on this one. So, and I'm going to keep this in my little bucket. So let me know if y'all have any questions, and I'm happy to answer anything.
From Yvonne Susmuth, how does Kimberly secure single stitches like the ones around the hat?
So on that, I traveled. So I start with the loop method and I just do 4 stitches. I did 4 stitches and then I just kind of put my needle through the back, and that's why I traveled. But I'm going to try to figure out the pin stitch. The difficulty with the pin stitch is most people do it with linen or over 2. It's easier. So almost every tutorial out there is on that linen. And I start with the loop method. I don't start with the pin method. So what I'm trying to figure out is how to start with the loop method and how to end with the pin stitch on Aida. And that's kind of the difficulty because pin stitches usually go in those little extra holes you have. So I have to just figure that out, how I'm going to make it work for me, because most people who do it use linen. But that should solve some of it. But I haven't found a video out there that's perfect for it.
Pat Schmidt, can fabric flare cross-stitch cloth be washed without the design printed on the front washing off? She says, I know I need to use color fast floss.
Yeah, I think so. It's screen printed, so it'd be just like a t-shirt. That's the same technology. Right, Denise?
I would think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
From CM Holt, do you have trouble with your fold creases not coming out? And if so, how do you tackle the tough creases?
No, I don't. I just iron it, and I use steam, and I use a hot iron, and I just go over it. Like I'll go over it and then let it sit, and then go over it again and then let it sit. But if I do take it to a framer, I do get all my wrinkles out before I take it to the framer. And when I go to the framer, I take it like this. I put it like I iron it and then I walk in the framer like this. And then that way it's ironed, and that's how I do it.
And a few people are wondering if Priscilla does other dogs, or if she will do other dogs that they can put in their cross stitch.
Okay, I'll ask her if she's on vacation right now. I will ask her when she gets back. I think you could make any of the dogs look like that. You just would change the colors. I can definitely ask her, but she is on vacation, so I'm not going to ask her today. And I probably won't have an answer until next week, because I'm not going to bug her on vacation. Yeah.
And Lori Holt had said, your pumpkins for sale looks amazing, Kimberly. And she also said, with the pin stitch, if you are using 2 strands of floss instead of 1, it will be really thick and lumpy.
I know. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. I was thinking about when I come to your house, we're just going to experiment and figure it out. I got to make something work.
And from Gail Fisher, would it be possible for Kimberly to suggest a project's materials list for beginners? Videos coming next year. I want to stitch along. So, since we've mentioned we're doing a beginner series next year, she's asking if we have a list of
Perfect. So the beginner series, we're going to do it in like March, April, because we have a lot going on in January, February. So we will definitely have a list of supplies. And one of the reasons we're also pushing it back to March, April is delivery of fabrics. Some of the companies are now quoting 16 weeks to get restock. So realistically, Denise and I can't film it in January because it won't be here. So we pushed it back due to delivery of goods, because we want to be able to show you a lot of different things. And so, yeah, we pushed it back. But yeah, we'll have a list of things.
And Tamara Bowen was asking, when will the pattern/kit for the Priscilla table runner be available? The black and red.
November. So basically, Henry Glass prints Priscilla and Chelsea's fabric. It's called Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. I presented that idea to them not very long ago. They sold so much of it, so they're on their second printing, which is great news for Priscilla and Chelsea, because that's great that it's already getting reprinted. So everything's going to come back in stock in November. And we designed, Priscilla designed that table runner after we placed our original order. So that kit was always going to be on the second shipment anyway. And then if they do new colors, we'll do another pattern with them with different colors, different designs.
From Suzanne McCallan, do you always outline your cross stitch?
I do, and I learned that from Priscilla. When Priscilla came to film, she had outlined, and I outlined. Okay, so like for example, this weekend, I looked at Emma's schedule. She handed it to me last night. I almost fell over in her bedroom. She got a new printer, so she's like printing everything herself, and she highlighted it. She has 9 dances. I was like, excuse me, what? Excuse me, hello, what? I bought 9 costumes. So one of them is Friday, and that's good. But then basically it's limited, so you can only go in and watch your kid dance, and then you go out. So it looks like her dances are over a 3-hour period, which I thought they were going to be over a smaller period, but they're not. So I'm thinking I'll go in, I'll watch, I'll come out. I usually find a corner, and I already know where the corner is I'm gonna sit, and then nobody will see me. Like, none of the moms can find me. I will literally go hide in the corner, stitch, and I can watch the live stream on my phone, and then I'll run and watch her dance. So I will be cross stitching like crazy. It was so funny last night. Some of the moms, there's like a band app, which is like the app, and so these moms were like, oh, we're gonna trick or treat, do you want kids to trick or treat in your room, da 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 da. And I was like, Emma, please tell me that I do not have to hand out candy. Please tell me, because I don't want to have to hand out candy. And she was like, no, it's fine. And I think she was saying that her dances are during that time anyway. So I was like, good, because I don't want to have to go buy candy.
Oh, that's funny. From Grammy Love, how do you choose which color to use to outline?
Okay, so let's see. We'll just do this one for an example. So for example, what I would do on this one is, say I was doing the house, I would do just the white on the very outside. Then I would do all the greens, and then I would come back and backfill the whites. Then I would backfill the blacks because I do the lightest color first. Then I would go out over here and outline the tan, just outline it. And then I would do the greens, fill in the tan, and do the black. Now here, because there's not enough like to outline, I would just do 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows. I'll find another one to show you. This one. So on this one, I would do all of the white, 100% of the white first. Then I would, to save time, I would do all of the light brown and I would fill in. And then I would do all of the green, then all of the red. But you can outline this truck so then you can tell when you go back in, you just have to kind of leave a couple of spots. So I usually start with the lightest color. There's, let me think of okay, like this one is a good example. Sorry, I'm messing everything up, Denise. This one. This is a great example. So when I do this one, I will do all of the frames sometimes first. If I get bored, I'll stop. But if you do all the frames first. But then on this snowman, I will come in and outline the whole outside. Oh my goodness, I just realized we missed stitches. Look, Denise, I missed 8 stitches right there. Do you think we can take it off?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look, I missed 8 stitches. So that might be the problem for the outline. Whoa. And then here I would on this one. Yeah, there's my stitches. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Do you think we can take it off though? Mm-hmm. You do?
He's confident.
Yeah, because you didn't hot glue it.
Oh my gosh, thank God for no hot glue. This one I would do the dark brown and then I would do the light brown, then I would do the white. This one I did all of the red on the outside and then I kind of fill in. And I will, before I go to dance this weekend, I will leave several projects with just fill in. And I literally, I will hide anywhere I can. I know exactly where to hide because I don't want to be rude and I don't want the moms to think like, oh, she doesn't want to hang out with us or anything like that. I don't want to be rude, but I have the perfect hiding spot in that hotel. I know exactly. Nobody will ever see me. Nobody will ever know I'm hiding. Emma won't know. It's going to be amazing. That's what's good about going to the same hotel over and over is you can find your hiding spots.
That's amazing.
I should take a picture of myself in my hiding spot.
Yes.
Well, somebody would have to take the picture. That would be embarrassing. Maybe I'll do a selfie. I don't really know how to do a selfie, though.
It's easy. I picture you in your hoodie, like, covered up, like, stitching in
no,
the corner.
I don't put my hoodie. Oh, and then this is the Priscilla and Chelsea. It's cold. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Yesterday, I don't watch the news ever because to me, I just don't. I don't watch the news. I feel like it's negative. I don't watch the news at all. I never watch the news. Haven't watched the news in 10 years. I didn't know it was cold. No idea it was cold. I walked outside because I had to get my nails done because one of them broke off. And I didn't want to look like an idiot today. And Emma had to get her nails removed because when you compete, you can't have anything. You have to have everything off, like nothing. So she had to get all hers. Basically, she just got it removed and then filed down so there would be no color because sometimes you can't get all that off. So really, that's kind of why I was taking her. And I walked outside and I was like, I got in my car. It was 42 degrees. So I was like, oh, I got to get my hoodies out. I don't really have that many cold clothes. And I did buy a jacket. I bought a jacket yesterday.
Nice.
I mean, I don't have it yet. I ordered it online. We'll see if it comes. I was like, well, it's supposed to be cold in San Antonio and I don't have a jacket. So I have to have a jacket. I picked one that I thought was really cute. It was fake fur. And then Emma was like, no, Mom, that looks like a robe. You're going to look like an idiot. I was like, okay, thanks. Well, she didn't say idiot, but I was like, okay, so I picked a different one. Because sometimes I pick stuff and I'm like, Emma, just tell me if it's going to be ugly. And I got some new shoes in my box and I loved them and I thought she was going to love them. And she was like, you look like an elf. I'll show you.
Those are the ones you're wearing today?
Yeah, she goes, you look like an elf. And I was like, oh, but they're, I've never owned Birkenstocks, but they have fuzz and they're not very expensive and they came in my box and I was like, oh, I need those.
Those are comfy.
I would have never tried them on. Like, I would have never tried these on or anything at the store, but they felt so comfortable. When you get older, you just, like, if it's comfortable, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah. So I guess there was a bit of confusion when we were talking about outlining. Not bad. But some people thought you meant you backstitch as an outline. So can you tell us what stitch you use when you outline?
No, I do a cross stitch. So I cross stitch the outer color anytime I can fill in. Now, if you can't fill in, I just go lightest to darkest. And I have been, one thing I've been doing, which I did a lot this week, is I just do one color all the time. Put that color up, do the next color, because I can go faster. And I've been using, I didn't bring it, but the little bitty design boards, I've been using those. And I packed for this weekend and I put a bunch of bitty boards so that I can have those. And I'll literally have my purse. I have like one of those purses where you can just like throw it in. So I have a bunch of the Dot Dot Goose design bags because they fit my purse perfectly. I'm just going to throw them in and nobody will have any idea.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't even think any of the moms know what I do for a living. Like, I'm so, like, bad. I'm so antisocial. Mm-hmm. They're all super nice. I like all of them. I don't talk much.
That's okay. A few people were also wondering if you brought Piggy in and if I was in costume.
Oh, no, but she has on Casper the Ghost and...
It's Bucky the Ghost, but it's...
What is it?
It's Bucky as a
ghost. I
ghost.
can't see behind your microphone.
Yeah.
She has Bucky the Ghost, which is Bucky is this awesome gas station in Texas. And, no, I didn't bring Piggy because, no. I have to film some stuff, and that dog Kevin would kill me. I'd have to have the nanny come pick him up.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also too cold.
It is really cold. He's inside.
And a few people are also asking about the Jolly shirts, when they are going to be available. Jolly House?
Next week, early in the week, and I will wear it next week when we didn't have a sample yet. Our company who makes them, they moved out of town. And so we used to just drive and get them, but they're way too far now to drive to get them.
Mm-hmm. And we got a super chat from Valeria Bauer for $19.99.
Thank you.
Valeria put a little pair that says, "Thanks for being you," and it's looking at itself in the mirror.
Aw, thank you.
It's very cute. Also, Valeria, I noticed you changed your profile picture, and it's very cute.
Oh. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. I got to figure out how to look that up. Okay, but I did figure out last night. I was so proud of myself. Lily showed me how to do something, and I was so excited. I remembered how to do it on my phone. I know, I remembered. So I was going to show you everything that Lori's working on for Stitchtober. The very first one is Feast of Friendship. And on this one, we carry the pattern. It's called Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. The fabric and floss is from her stash, and Lori puts a ring on most of her floss, and that's how she keeps it. Isn't that pretty? So, okay, so outlining. Look, this is exactly what I mean. See in the very middle of the pumpkin, you can tell that she did the dark first, and then all she has to do is fill in. And you can also see on the bottom of the tray, she's also outlined that, and you probably just fill that in. So you can see she does it too. The next one she worked on is Autumn Alphabet. This is Lizzie Kate. So this pattern we can no longer get, but she stitched on 25 Lugana in parchment, and that's her 25 count Lugana that we have. And she stitched on DMC, and oh my gosh, that is so cute. I want that in my house. Mm-hmm. It is so cute. So Lizzie Kate, just so you guys know, she sold her business last year, and she sold all of the rights to her patterns to 123 Stitch, so you can always find them there. That turkey is cute.
Mm-hmm. The owl?
The owl? Oh, yeah, the owl. And then she's also working on Let's Talk Autumn, and she has changed her colors. The fabric she's stitching on is 25 count Pebble, which is her fabric, and she will tell her colors online. But you can see she's also doing what I do, where you do all the white first, and then you can just go back and fill in. And she did all that. She got really far. And then the very last one she worked on this week is Thomas, and that is by Not Forgotten Farm, and you can get that from Shepherd's Bush. and she used fabric and floss from her stash. So you can tell that's a linen, and it's pretty small count. So that's what Lori worked on this week. Are there any questions on any of Lori's?
Not right now. My 2 cents was just that I think it's very cute that the turkey is called Thomas. Right?
Thomas the
He's
turkey.
called Thomas, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so now I'm going to show you our clubs. The very first item is a tease. This is your tease. Isn't it cute? So this is our bag for Stitch Quarterly. Ships December 4th. We have only so many spots left. So this is the bag. In your bag, you will get a pattern, floss, and fabric to complete a design. You always get a notion, a needle, and a bonus goodie. And so everything is in here. I can't show you. Next week, if we don't sell out of the spots, we will tease the design. If we sell out, we're not. But the tease is right there somewhere on here. So that's my tease. So cute. My next one is I'm going to show you all of the snapshots that I have done. This is a club. In your club, you will get the 10 count farmhouse fabric by Lori Holt. You will get the pattern by Pine Mountain Designs. You will get a color conversion chart. We have changed all of the colors. Some colors we've kept the same, but most of them we have changed. And it will show you exactly what to do. So I just wanted to show you the first 5 that are done. Next week, I will show you June. I'm almost done with it. I've only got a little bit left. So I did work on that this week. So this is January. And actually, Denise and Cody did the colors on all of these instead of me. This is January. This is February. And these all are DMC. So there's February. And these took me about 10 hours each. Sometimes they took me 15, but they're, so that's about how much time they're taking. So that's February. March is my one of my favorites. And I've got to find a spot in my house where I just switch these out every month. I really like the colors on this one. And it was really fun doing the little tiger stripes. Hopefully I didn't miss any stitches in this one. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I missed those stitches and didn't notice it before.
Lion mane? Sorry.
Oh yeah, lion mane, yeah. Not stripes, but April. This one's cute. And this is the one where I forgot the whiskers and the French knots, so I finished them.
Yay.
And then Denise finished it for me. And you can see how they all finish slightly different. So you can see like this one. Oh, this one, you have a little bit less space here when you frame it. And then this one, you have more space. But they all will fit in the frame. And you have a little bit more space over here and less. So they're not all the same, but they're similar. And they will all fit. This is just a standard 8x10 frame that we got at Hobby Lobby. And this one is made. This one is my absolute favorite. I love this one. This is my favorite. And so I'm going to be showing you June next week, and I will show you July by the end of the year. So you can see all of the colors that we've chosen if you want to join this club. And this club will close around the end of the year. We'll probably close it. So let me know if you have any questions on those clubs before I show you the next stuff. Oh, and then one thing I was going to tell you, Denise and I were going to tell you. Okay, for thread clubs, we're not going to add any new thread clubs for 2021 because the companies cannot deliver. And we're not going to add any more fabric clubs for 2021 because the companies cannot deliver because of COVID. So we really need to wait until people can fill their orders, because what's happening is if we add a club, they won't be able to ship our store orders. So then they'll ship our club orders and not our store orders. So we're just going to wait and reevaluate once COVID is over, because we want to be able to deliver and deliver on time. And I'm not willing to risk anything not being able to be delivered. So we kind of decided on that. But we still have plenty of other stuff. But do you want to sacrifice your store order? Well, not really, because then people can't order for the store. So that's just what we decided. But we still have all the other clubs. We have Witchell. We have Fabric Flair. We have Floss Fix, which is closed. And we have Floss Frenzy, which is open. Slightly open.
Lori Holt wanted us to clarify that on Thomas, she did not use linen. She's using 25 count Lugana in color shadow.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's hers. So you can buy that at Fat Quarter Shop. That is one of her 25 counts. And all of her 25 counts and 14 counts will be, when they sell out, we will have more. We have them basically on an auto shipment just coming in over time.
And Threadneedle wanted us to shout out Teresa. She was a great help to Threadneedle earlier.
Thank you.
And a few people were wondering if for Stitch Quarterly you have to sign up again if you're already part of it or if you're automatically enrolled.
No, you're automatically enrolled. You can cancel at any time, but they're very limited. So we, because of COVID, we can only get so much DMC, and I can tell you that's what's in the next one. Next year we will be adding different thread besides DMC, but we can only get so much. There's like a limit when you place an order now because of COVID. So that's what we have, and we can't add. Like in quilting, we used to just be able to add stuff. Oh, we'll just order a little bit more. You can't really order a little bit more right now because you can't even get what you regularly order. So we're just dealing with what we're dealing with. Okay, so now I want to show you the ornaments that are PDFs from Priscilla and Chelsea. So this was the first week. These are all PDFs on our site. This is Gingerbread Cottage, and I stitched mine on 14 count chalkboard black. They stitched on aqua. This is Santa's Cookies. This is Sweet Delivery, which came out last week. And you can see all of these fabrics. These are leftover from Chalkful and from Trucking Along. And these are just leftover pieces that I chopped down. The one that released this morning is called Mrs. Claus Cookies. And there's a bonus pattern in this one. I have not stitched it, but I'll show it to you in a second, and it's going to be a pop-up. It's called Sweet Cup. You get it free. And there it is. So... oh, wait, no, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So it's Gingerbread Woman in the cup. I'm probably not going to stitch it just because I haven't really been stitching the cups. So, and the blue fabric is, they hand-dyed theirs, and Layla May had some for sale on their Facebook group. I think they're sold out, but they are going to keep dyeing stuff, so they will have other colors in the future. And then we're going to show you all of them together. Look how pretty. And Priscilla and Chelsea released a video yesterday showing how to finish the ornaments if you want to watch it. And you can see at the top, those are aqua, and at the bottom, those are a different color. I'm not sure what color, but she has a blog post this morning that should have all of the information on it. And so you can see, you can do it on different colors, or you can do it on black. So here's mine all together. And on this one, it took me quite a bit to do because it's Aida. And so with linen, you have more not linen. With an even weave or something that's not Aida, you have more holes to poke in. So mine was a little bit harder to do. So, but I love these. I'm going to mail these to her to finish. And then we got in a new bag yesterday. Woohoo! And this is their brand new project bag, so you can see the size of it. So this came in yesterday. So for your Jolly Christmas event, you can use this.
It matches your hoodie.
I know. See, I'm all matchy-matchy. Yeah, it's so cold outside. And then their Winter Berries Floss Pack. So Priscilla and Chelsea did a design for primitive punch needle Primitive Magazine. Sorry, Punch Needle and Primitive Magazine.
Yeah.
The pattern will come out next month, but we have these in stock, and it's going to be a one-time run. So if you want to see the design, they have shown it on the Punch Needle and Primitive Magazine, and Priscilla and Chelsea have shown it on their YouTube channel and on their Instagram. And I'm going to stitch it as part of our Christmas event. And we're going to talk more about our Christmas event in the next couple of weeks so that I have time to gather everything together. So, yeah. So let me know if you have any questions on that. Then I'm going to show you our Parade of Homes.
Just real quick, Kathy Milor was asking if that means the NPI club has been canceled.
No, that is going. And so I guess what I'm saying is everything that we've done, that's what we're going to stick with until delivery stuff becomes more routine, because it's just too hard. Denise can't do her job if we can't get deliveries. We just can't. I mean, everybody's doing the best that they can. I'm not complaining in any way about any company. Everyone's just dealing with everything the best they can. And so we've just made that decision because I really do not like to promise something to customers that I can't deliver. That I really care about my reputation as a person and as a company, and I don't want to risk anything, and neither does Denise.
So it's not like anything's changing.
Nothing is changing. Everything online is still going. If it's online, you can sign up. Once we sell out, we put a big sold out on top of it, so you'll see that.
And Calico says, hello, is there a cross-stitch version of Lori's quilt, Autumn Love?
There's going to be.
Exciting. From Anne-Marie Makowski, will an 11 by 11 Q-snap fit in the new project bag?
No. The size is... Denise is going to measure. Do you want to measure? Oh yeah, she'll just look on the website. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but no, it won't. So like a normal pattern would fit, like you can see like and I'll tell you the size in a second.
We can put it on top camera too.
Oh yeah.
Kind of show.
8.75 by 11. So an 8 by 8 Q-snap would fit.
So it's like the size of printer paper.
Yes, it's a standard bag, and the other thing I was going to say about it was Q-Snaps 8 by 8 is our best seller, and I would have thought it would have been 11 by 11, but 8 by 8 outsells the 11 by 11.
And we did get a super chat from Deborah Doherty for $4.99, and Deborah says, thank you all at Fat Quarter Shop for continued excellent service and products. She put a smiley face, and she says, my happy place.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
So now I'm going to show you Parade of Homes. This is mine that I finished last year. This is Cottage of the Month by Country Cottage Needleworks. So I used the called for DMC colors. I used a frame from Family Tree Frame Company. We have all of these on order. I'm not sure when they're coming in stock, but we will have the frames. And I stitched this on 14 count lamb's wool Aida. My January and February on 16 count. I don't know what I was doing at the time. And my framer did not do a very good job on this one because you can see how much it's crooked and it's not spaced right. The next one is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show it on the upper camera and then in the front. It's so beautiful. Move some stuff. So this is Santa's Village. The designer of this is Country Cottage Needleworks. Each of these are individual patterns. You can buy the full set. If you want to make it like this in one piece, you go to Country Cottage Needleworks, and then in her site she has tabs, and you would click on Santa's Village. Cheryl is stitching on Platinum 32 count Lugana by Zweigart. She's using the called for colors, and you can see she's stitching it as one piece. So all she has left is 2 of them that go right here. It's so pretty, right?
Awesome, yeah.
I know. I want to make this.
Yeah, I feel inspired.
I know, it's so... You could even... You could leave some of this out if you wanted to. But then oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. The next one is Deborah's, and she finished it. It's called Welcome to the Forest.
Ooh.
It is designed by Country Cottage Needleworks. It's a 7-part series. She stitched on smoky blue 32 count even weave by Fabric Flair. She used a combination of DMC and Classic Colorworks. And so this is Fabric Flair, where you can see the back is always white and this is screen printed. So let's see. So you can see all of it. It's so pretty. So when she frames it, we'll show it. So pretty. I feel like this is all artwork. And then, oh my gosh, this is one that is on my bucket list or unicorn list, or I don't know what you call it, but this is one that I want to do one day. This is Glitter House. It's 9, there's different 9 patterns. And this is the same thing. You would go to Country Cottage Needleworks and they tell you how to space it out if you want to do it as one piece, or you can just do them as individual pieces. She stitched on 32 count raw silver Belfast by Zweigart, and she's using the called for colors, except she changed the white to 3865. And to be honest, the only reason I haven't started this, because I actually thought about starting this in 2021, is I don't know what fabric to stitch on, and this fabric is a linen that she calls for, and it's so beautiful, and we carry it, but there's no way I can stitch on linen. So I'm going to probably do this in 2022, but this is definitely on my bucket list. I also just don't have the time to commit to it. It's so pretty. So you can see at the bottom, she has a lot of room left to finish. And then Terry is working on this one. This is the Early Americana series by Little House Needleworks. And she made up her own setting. So these are individual patterns, and you can buy them individually or as a set. She designed her own setting. She purchased 18 count Aida and tea coffee dyed it herself. She's using the called for Classic Colorworks thread. And so she just has to fill in the last 2. And if you want to know how to tea dye, there's Priscilla and Chelsea on Stitching with the Housewives have a video, and Lori Holt on the Lori Holt channel have a video. They both do it very different, and you can get the same results. It's so pretty. So let me know if you'll have any questions on any of the Parade of Homes while I still have them out. I do want to hold up the Christmas one so you can see how big it is relative to, look how, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is going to be like a masterpiece
That's amazing.
in her house.
It's like half your height.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so pretty though. I really do want to do Glitter House. I need to stitch on Aida, because that's my new goal, is to just go with Aida, because I enjoy it more when I'm sitting and stitching on linen. I don't stitch on linen, but like 28 count or 25 count. I go a lot slower, and it's also just really hard for me to see. Should I tell that story that I told you this morning?
Wait, which one?
About the voting? So I went to vote on Saturday. My mom showed me an app that showed you different polling locations within our county and where you could go, and it tells you what time, like how long the wait is. So this is how bad my eyesight is. It was a church. I've never been, first of all, I got lost going there. Kept turning around on a bank. I couldn't figure out where it was. I got there. My eyesight is so bad, so I was trying to figure out where to go. Do you go straight to vote? Do you turn right? I didn't know, because there was no line. There was like nobody there, so I didn't know what to do. I didn't know that you had to put a little thing on your finger.
Finger cover.
A finger cover. I had no idea. I thought they were Cheerios and this is not like a joke. I had no idea, so I was like, wait a minute, what do I do? So I was trying to walk slow, And it said, pull out your ID and put this on your finger. And I'm like, wait, I was like so confused. I was like, why would they have snacks when you're voting? That's how bad my eyesight is. And so that's what I mean about when I'm stitching, I really enjoy Ada because I can actually see it. Mm-hmm. But but then I'm jealous because I would love to use this and make this. I would love to be able to do this. Mm-hmm. But with my eyesight, I mean, I can't. I was doing good to vote. I was like, oh my goodness. I could not believe. And I was like, Lily, why didn't somebody tell me? I didn't know, but that's what you get for not watching the news. When you don't watch the news, you don't know anything. So I was like, oh, well, if I would have, I probably would. I mean, I was like, good. I mean, if I was in a line or something, I would have had time to adjust and figure it out. But if you're just like walking in, you're like, wait a minute, what is that? What?
Yeah, you don't have someone to follow.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know where to go. And it was totally different. Like when you vote, not the same day, like it's totally different. I was so confused. I was like, wait, I do what? I was confused.
Lori Holt said, Kimberly, when you get here, let's start our glitter houses together.
I know, but we got to find an Ada.
Yes, find the fabric. A few people are recommending opalescent, I think.
Oh, okay. I can look. I think it's got too much pink and blue in it. But yeah, I really want to do it. I just I have to find an an Ada. So I have to find a 14 count Ada that will work.
Mm-hmm. And Rose Smith was asking if the other sample makers, if they stitched those in a Q-snap.
Okay, so I do not know Terry. Do you know? I don't know how Terry does. I don't know how I don't know how Deborah does. I know that Cheryl uses a spring tension hoop that we carry, and Gypsy Quilter just came out with a new one, and the quality is very good. Denise and I looked at the quality. Right? That's the one we looked at. But we could ask Terry and Deborah. I don't think they do because I've not seen any hoop marks. But I don't know the answer to that.
I'm not sure either. From Carol Johnson, if you sign up for Stitch Club, will it start with December?
Yes. Stitch quarterly, yes.
Okay. And also, is it just $39.99 every 3 months and you can cancel anytime?
Correct. Whatever the pricing is on the website, go with that. I can't remember all of that. And anytime we have a club or anything, if you click in the club and scroll down, all the detail is right there.
And Grammy Love had said thank you to someone in our chat, and she said, who do I thank for the answers from Fat Quarter Shop? Lily? Is there someone else behind the scenes reading and answering?
It's Ashley, right?
It's Ashley. We have Ashley answering y'all on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, that's Katie.
Oh, okay.
So yes, they're the ones that do a lot of the answering in the chat for y'all. So thank you to both of them.
Yeah, and if you ask a question on the video after it posts, Ashley's the one who answers.
Mm-hmm. And from Drew Boynton, what size fabric is needed for Santa's Village that Cheryl is stitching?
So you would need to look on Country Cottage Needleworks website. It will tell you the final stitch count. We can measure hers too. Will you grab me a ruler, Lily?
Oh.
Wait, what am I doing? Which one? Santa's Village?
Yeah.
Okay. We're looking, but it will depend on what type of fabric you're using. If you stitch it as a full piece, the stitch count is not listed, but it says if you're doing if you're doing 32 count fabric, it will finish about 18 by 16. And that's what she's, oh, okay, sorry. It will have It will have a stitch count of 288W width by 268 height, which makes it about 18 by 16 3/4. So you will need a 24-inch square piece of 32 count fabric. Now, if you wanted to do a different fabric, you would have to just do the math on it. So this is probably 24 inches square, 26 inches square.
From Cindy Schoolin, Catwin, if we are in the Floss Club, does that just keep going or do we
Yes.
sign up yearly?
Yeah, it keeps going.
Also, Ashley found out for us that Terry uses a Q-snap and hoop.
Okay. So she must have ironed it before she brought it in.
Made it look all pretty.
Okay, so next I'm going to show you whips. My whip for this week is June. I did not bring it, but that was my whip. The next one is Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. This is on order and will be back in stock soon. Cheryl is stitching this one. Cheryl loves Halloween.
Ooh.
She is stitching on 32 count Murky Lugana by Picture This Plus with called for floss, which is a mix of Classic Colorworks and DMC, and the Picture This Plus is all hand dyed. We have everything on order. They are on a 16-week delivery timeline. So everything we ordered about a month ago will come in about 3 months. And you can see it's dyed because you can see the same on the front and the back. And when you buy dyed fabric, one side will look slightly different than the other side, so you can always decide which side to use. Cheryl is using the same exact fabric for this one, which is Hollow's Eve Haunting Autumn Lane, and I'm going to show you the two pieces next to each other. This is called for DMC. Okay, so look at this piece. This is Murky Lugana by Picture This Plus, and you can see this one has a little bit of tan gold, and then when you go here on this piece, there's more gray. So hand dyed is going to look different. So same two pieces, same two colors, a little bit different.
So pretty.
And these are the two patterns. And we have a finish from Ashley that we were just talking about. This is our Mistletoe Lane Mystery. She stitched on 14 count Graceful Gray with called for DMC. This is a Witchell fabric. She's all done.
Go
so we can show it when she finishes it.
Mm-hmm.
We have some framed finishes by Cheryl. So this one is Hands-on Design, A Year of Celebrations. If you buy this pattern, you get all of these. So here it is finished. Oh, so cute. So she stitched this last year. We showed it last year and she finished it. This is vintage trim. This is a bow that you would put in a little girl's hair. Sorry. So it's a little goat, and then so is this. It's like they're already made. Like if you were gonna put it in a girl's hair. And these are Tootsie Rolls that she covered up to look like ghosts.
Oh.
And the metal tin was from Hobby Lobby in the spring shop. And so it might be there, it might not. Those sections of the store, they kind of transition.
Mm-hmm. That's so cute.
The next one is Little Quaker Halloween. This is a free pattern by Susan Aki. Cheryl made this using the called for Aura floss. This is 14 count white chocolate Aida, and she bought this spider web at Hobby Lobby 2 years ago. It's kind of like a felt.
It's like what you decorate for your table, like a table linen.
It's a table linen. So I'll show you the back. So it's like a placemat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a placemat, and so Hobby Lobby probably won't have it because it is two years ago. So let me know if y'all have any questions.
Mm-hmm. Becky Gannett, your chick, says patterns no longer call for backstitching around things. Is there a reason? They used to have you stitch around with a dark color.
I think that it's more of a style change. So if you look at designs from the 80s, they're all backstitched. And now most designers don't do a lot of backstitching. I really do not like to backstitch, so I will avoid patterns that have heavy backstitch, so you're not going to see them on this channel as much but I think it's more of a stylistic change, and most designers don't do much of it anymore. So guys, I hope you guys have a great week. That's all I have today.
Do you want to do flash sales?
No, we'll just
Okay.
skip them.
Okay, cool.
So we'll see you next week, guys.
All right, bye everyone.